come from a very traditional Indian joint family with 2 mean, stupid aunts. Everyone was super excited for my birth, but when they saw my dusky complexion and curly dark hair, my aunts literally screamed, "Ugh, this baby is ugly. She's nothing like Lavina." Lavina was my elder sister, and she was everything my family wanted. Fair, skinny, with brown hair and hazel eyes. She was the jewel. While me, I was always pushed to the back for photos, given hand-me-down clothes, and the smallest slice of cake. Lavina was always on my side. "You're totally beautiful, Rita. Don't listen to our stupid relatives." It was hard not to listen. Like one year for Diwali, my aunts blindfolded me and Lavina to take us to our gift. I was so excited when I opened my eyes and saw a huge walk-in closet with unlimited outfits. "Oh, wow! Is this for us?" "No, just for Lavina. For you, we got this treadmill." "Don't worry, Rita. We can share the clothes." "No, you can't. These clothes are for pretty girls only." I was so mad that I walked up to the treadmill and turned it on. My aunt's feet slid out from under her and she crashed to the floor. I ran out of there as she started chasing me with a slipper. My parents should have controlled my aunts, but they were too busy fighting with each other. They couldn't stand to be in the same room without breaking out into a screaming match. This meant that our aunts could boss us around all day, but I always found a way to mess with them. I put bleach in their laundry to ruin all of their beautiful saris. If they yelled at me for having curly hair, I spat in their evening tea. One time, my aunts tried to make me put on skin whitening cream. I squeezed it out into their food. "There, you eat it. If you have this skin, no one will marry you." If the only thing boys care about is white skin, then I don't want to marry them. I was bold, but I was secretly beginning to believe that I wasn't pretty. And there's only one way for a not very good-looking person to be respected in India. Studies, studies, studies. I had to be at the top of my class every single year without fail. Lavina was whisked off to kiddie parties and dance functions with my aunts, and I would stay back at the empty house and put all my focus into my schoolwork. When I came first in the district in 10th grade, Lavina forced the family to host a party for me. "Who cares if she's smart? You could marry a millionaire any day, Lavina. That would be a real achievement. Rita can become a millionaire by herself. She's a genius, and we're going to celebrate her." Aw, I loved my sister. We planned the whole event together, and we even convinced our parents to join in. "You can take a break from fighting for one night. Promise?" "We promise." Obviously, that didn't work out. It was an hour into my party. Everyone from school was here, eating and dancing, when my aunts walked up to the DJ and turned off the music. "We just want to say, we are so proud of Rita for getting good marks. Even though she's ugly, at least she has brains." My classmates looked confused. "Rita isn't ugly. Are you crazy? That curly hair, those big eyes, I think she's gorgeous." "No, she's not." "She's prettier than you are." My classmates laughed and my aunts gave me the death stare. "It's so funny that you all think Rita is smart when she doesn't even know her parents are getting a divorce." "What?" "Divorce. Your family is breaking up. Did you not know? Are you ugly and stupid?" Lavina and I were speechless. Mom ran up to the stage and started fighting with my aunts for revealing her secret like this. My classmates were watching the drama in total shock. Suddenly, Mom grabbed my cake and threw it in my aunt's face. The whole room gasped. "I hate you, and I hate this house. I'm leaving right now." Mom packed her bags and just took off to be with her parents. My classmates witnessed my family breaking into pieces. I was so done with my crazy family. After that disaster, I launched the largest silent treatment of my life. I acted like no one existed in my house except Lavina. Mom was gone and Dad was out of town a lot for work, so my aunts tried their best to annoy me and make me break my silence. "You're stupid. And girl, you are ugly." Nice try, but those words couldn't hurt me anymore. I was not gonna give them a reaction. The thing that got me through it were my new friends in school. My classmates felt really bad for me after the party. Many of their parents fought all the time and were really unhappy. They started chatting with me and inviting me for sleepovers and parties. They even voted me to be on the cover of a teen magazine in town. I was so shocked to see that people thought I was stunning. Dark skin wasn't ugly. I knew it. I got some much-needed confidence and started to have a social life, but Lavina wasn't allowed any of it. The older she got, the more beautiful she became, and my aunts wouldn't let her go anywhere except school. Lavina is pretty. Anyone can take her off the streets. We have to keep our jewels safe. I could disappear for days at a friend's house, but Lavina wasn't allowed to step outside the courtyard. I could enjoy pizzas and oily street food, but she was forbidden from eating anything fatty. Millionaires don't marry girls like you. I wanted to scream at my aunts, but I'd sworn I'd never react. So I just sneaked stuff into Lavina's room when they weren't looking. Here's your chocolates and my phone if you want to text your boyfriend. I love you, Rita. Together, we could play our aunts pretty well. I'd sneak Lavina's boyfriend into the house every night so they could meet. I pretended to be her, sleeping in her bed if she went out on dates. That backfired one day when they asked Lavina to come down so they could show her off to their friends. I had to think fast. Sorry, I just started my period. There's blood everywhere, I said in my most Lavina voice. It worked. My sister and I were like literal ninjas. It was all going so well until one day when Lavina's boyfriend stubbed his stupid toe while sneaking out of the house. He let out a yell that woke up the whole family. They rushed downstairs and caught us throwing his butt out of the window. A boy? With our girl? End him! My relatives let out a war cry and started chasing him with slippers and bats. He was super fast and he outran them easily, which is when they turned to us. Uh-oh. Family court was called the next day, and my aunts barged into Lavina's room and searched every single corner. They found the phone I gave her with all her texts, the chocolate wrappers and the secret makeup boxes, everything. Lies? Makeup? Boys? These girls are out of control. We need to take care of Lavina before she turns into her pathetic sister. We have found a husband for her. That was when I finally broke my silence. No way. Nuh-uh. You're not selling off my sister to some jerk. Yeah, I don't want to get married. We will make you. How? Will you drag her to the ceremony? You don't think I'll call the police? How dare you, you little... I've had enough of you. If you try to tell me or Lavina what to do, I'm going to destroy everything in this house. So don't try me. But they did try me. The next week, Lavina and I were just chillin' when my aunts told us to come downstairs for lunch. Instead of lunch, we found a whole bunch of strangers looking at us with creepy smiles. This one guy in front said, Lavina is the fair one, right? That's the one I want to marry. Yes, don't even look at the other one. Lavina, dear, this lovely boy and his family are here with a proposal for you. Why don't you make us some tea? Oh my God, they had some nerve. I pulled Lavina into the kitchen and we made the worst tea in the whole world with red chilies, gravy, sugar, and some crushed up dog food. The look on the family's face when they drank it was priceless. They ran out of our house screaming while my aunts had a total meltdown. You've embarrassed us. You've destroyed our honor. You have no honor. You're just two women who hate their lives and take it out on the kids. You're just two stupid girls from a broken family. Your parents couldn't stand to live with you, so they broke up and just left you with us. I was strong, but that broke me. I ran up to my aunt and slapped her in the face. You are a foul person. I grabbed my sister and took her to our room. I locked the door before my aunts could barge in. I called up a friend from school and asked her if we could stay at her house for a while. My friend knew my family was messed up, so she agreed right away. Lavina and I packed our things and climbed out the window. Our aunties spotted us and yelled for us to come back, but we just ran to our friend's house a few blocks away. And it was the best decision we ever made. We were happy at my friend's house, and our escape became the talk of the neighborhood. When my aunts showed up to drag us back home one day, all the neighbors suddenly came out to help us. Leave these girls alone. We know all about how you treat them. Shame on you. You call yourself their aunts? We don't want to see you here. The neighbors chased my aunts away. In fact, the whole neighborhood started protesting that they wanted them gone. And after a few days, my aunts were forced to leave for good. Now that we were finally away from them, we could see how much our aunts had tortured us. No one here controlled what we ate or what we wore. No one threw insults at us. The more we realized how horrible our aunts were, the angrier we got at our parents. How could they let us deal with all this? Neither of them had even called in a month. Then one day, my friend's mom said someone was here to see us, and Lavina and I were shocked to find Mom at the doorstep. "What are you doing here, Mom?" I'm here to take you girls with me." I felt so angry, I kinda snapped. Why now, after all this time? You were always too busy with your own drama to be there for us, and then you just left us with those witches. You completely failed us, Mom. We're better off without you, so just leave. You're right. I've been a terrible mother. I should have protected you from them, but I was so miserable and broken from that horrible marriage. I just needed some time to heal and get up on my feet again. I needed a job before I could even take you two away. How could I take care of you if I couldn't even take care of myself? I'm so sorry for everything you've gone through. Please, say you'll forgive me and let me make it up to you. Mom, please get up. I'd always thought I was the one suffering, and I blamed you a lot. I forgot you were also suffering. I suffered because I wasn't pretty enough for my aunts, and Lavina because she was too pretty, and you because you were never good enough for them. But we got rid of them, Mom. We're away from all these toxic people who judge us for small things. We have each other now, and we will take care of you, Mom. Let's make up for all the lost time. Let's just be happy. Mom, please hug me. Please say you love me. Say you love us, no matter what. I love you. I love you, my sweet daughters, and I'm here for you forever.
I angrily kicked the suitcase to the ground while my parents were dumbfoundedly looking at the map. Ugh! Because of Zell, my troublesome sister, we're now trapped in this dense forest. It all started when Dad decided to take us on a trip to Oregon National Park. Mom and I were very excited, while Zell thought otherwise. I don't want to go. Everyone will mock me again and call me a witch. Zell shyly covered half of her face. She was born with large birthmarks which stretched from her neck to half of her face. Because of that, Zell was always shy and feared socializing. Her school results were also horrible. Come on, don't lock yourself in the house forever. You can wear a mask if you want. Nobody's gonna notice it. With my passionate persuasion, Zell finally changed her mind. Dad quickly booked a room in a hotel near the national park on a travel app. When the receptionist called to confirm the booking, because something urgent came up, he let Zell answer the phone. Soon our trip began. After a long flight, I was exhausted and just wanted to check in early. But surprisingly, we weren't on the reservation list. Zell, didn't you book the room? I don't know. When the receptionist video called, she kept looking at my birthmarks. I wanted it to end soon, so perhaps I mistakenly provided the wrong information. I was extremely angry at her answer. The hotel was full, and we were stuck in the middle of nowhere. Suddenly, the receptionist introduced a campsite right in the national park. She said we could rent a tent there and experience a special night in the forest. Having no choice, we reluctantly agreed. After walking for a long time, we finally reached the campsite. Thankfully, they had full catering service. Except for the outdoor restroom, everything was really nice. I quickly forgot about my anger earlier. After dinner, Zell and I went to the restroom to clean up. Because I forgot my cleanser, I hurriedly went back to our tent. When I came back, I suddenly heard a loud scream. You witch! You almost killed me with your hideous face! I ran over and saw my sister whimpering in fear while a Karen was towering over her. What are you doing? I ran to them and hugged Zell protectively while she recounted everything. That woman had forgotten her bracelet in the restroom, so Zell called her to give it back. At first, the woman was happy, but when she saw the birthmark on Zell's face, she became utterly disgusted. Zell burst into tears again, quickly covered her face, then left. For the first time, I understood her pain and the reason why she became so closed. I didn't want my sister to suffer anymore, so we packed up and flew back home. Without hesitation, I decided to help my sister overcome her insecurity. First, I helped Zell with her studies. I realized that she was actually very intelligent. Her horrible results were due to her low self-esteem. Soon, Zell was chosen to represent our school in a biological game show on TV. However, she flatly refused it. Zell dreaded standing in front of people. "Please accept that offer. I'll help you shine." Although Zell was skeptical about my promise, she agreed. To stop my sister from hiding her face behind a mask forever, I came up with a plan. I asked a talented makeup artist to turn the birthmarks on Zell's face into flowers. After more than 2 hours, the results were powerful. Zell's birthmarks had become tiny petals. My sister was as beautiful as an angel. Zell confidently joined the game show under the name Witch's Flower and surprised everyone with her face. When she was asked about the reason for wearing floral makeup, Zell recalled her story with a trembling voice. But I knew at that moment she had overcome her insecurity. Although Zell only won 3rd place, her story became famous and received lots of sympathy. She started gaining back her confidence, and it brought her many wonderful things.